Oh my god, hi. Oh my god. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Peculiar Cast. I am so excited to be here. I have recorded this intro probably 72 times. I'm not even exaggerating. I've done voice memos on my phone with a lav mic that barely works. I'm in a podcast studio. I've previously recorded it in my room with a lav mic. Not the same audio quality, not the same vibe. I love recording in my room because it just makes me feel like safe and comfortable. But I'm in this podcast studio that we have set up at my university, and I went ahead and bit the bullet. I bought myself a microphone, I bought myself an interface, I bought myself an SD card. I have the whole 9 yards because the software in this studio has not been set up yet, and I got impatient, so I just went ahead and bought myself stuff. Listen, I'm grateful to have the resource. I've worked really hard in the past in high school and during over the summers, like just saving up money, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the podcast equipment because I deserve it, and I also need to jumpstart this. So I have pretty crisp audio right now, and I'm so excited about it. Soundproof room. Soundproof, period. I'm just pumped to be here and talking about what I want to talk about, which is music. I just want to give a little bit of a spiel about what this podcast is going to generally encompass. So, yes, I'm going to talk about music in several different areas, like new releases and music I've been listening to, and just like the genres I listen to, everything in that. But I also can't guarantee I won't go on tangents. If you've ever listened to Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast, or the Broski Report, or Very Really Good with Curtis Connor, I have ADHD much like all of those people that I listen to. I listen to those podcasts because I can relate to them a lot. It's going to be a lot like that. I'm going to talk about what I really want to talk about, what I'm really enjoying that week, music-wise or whatever, and I can go wherever I want with it. So, yeah, I love talking about music in a lot of capacities, whether if it's currently released or just for nostalgia, all of that. Personally, I haven't found a podcast where I can find both, like a balance of both for like my interests. So if it's just like music and then like random shit, that's something I haven't been able to find. Brittany Broski does a pretty good job of like catering to my interests, and I love how insane she is, like clinically insane. It's helped me realize how clinically insane I am allowed to be, because I feel like I've shied away from showing my personality in past recordings of this podcast, but fuck it. Like, just fuck it. I'm gonna do it. This is not going anywhere but Spotify. It's not going anywhere but to my friends for right now until it maybe gains traction. I'm not expecting anything out of it. I'm just here to have fun. Period. Ooh, I need to learn how to breathe. I need to learn how to breathe. Holy crap. It's like I run out of breath, I get cotton mouth, and then I'm sitting here with my eyes like wide open and my mouth open, drooling, just saying absolutely fucking nothing. But I'm talking about new releases this week, so you can expect a lot of new updates with music because a lot of music has been released today, albums and stuff. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But I do want to preface that I know my music taste is not for everyone. I listen to a wide range of stuff, but there's genres that I don't listen to as much and I won't talk about as much. Especially, speaking of new releases, I will not be touching on Taylor Swift. I don't like listening to Taylor Swift. The Swifties are gonna come for me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't listen to a lot of Taylor Swift. I listen to her old stuff, but her new stuff just isn't for me. So if you're here wondering about Taylor Swift, go do your own research because I don't want to talk about her. I watched a TikTok the other day that was like, she's more of a business than she is an artist at this point. And I mean, come on. Can we agree that her pumping out several albums isn't a little bit fishy in like less than a year? That woman is a fucking machine. And that's all I have to say about her right now. don't assume that I'm going to hit every single one of the expectations that I'm listing on this podcast. If I talk about something stupid for an hour, then you're going to have to hear me talk about something stupid for an hour. Or if you're going to hear me talk about the same artist or like experiences that I've had, you're going to hear that. It depends on my mood. It depends on the week. Today I'm having like a spitfire day. I was just in the radio station playing music for my hour that I have. I was sitting on the microphone like, I need to get out of here. I want a podcast. I need to talk. I need to I need to talk about the music that's being released this week because oh my god, I could cry. I was Yesterday people were talking. Sorry if you hear the mic cord kind of flopping around as well. Yesterday I was at a meeting for work and my bosses were talking about how they cry at movies. I don't remember what movie my coworker was talking about, but she was like, it was a dog movie and it was really sad. And she was like, I cried like 17 times at that movie. And I was like, I don't think I've ever actually physically cried at a movie. Generally, I get emotional at music. It depends on who it is. If Harry Styles releases any album, I remember when he released Fine Line, I started sobbing in the middle of the cafeteria because I was like, are you shitting me? I'm about to have a whole new personality. I can't handle that. And then I just started crying. Yeah. So, I have a few ideas for some episodes coming up next week. I will be having my sister on. Oh my god, I have sound effects. Where's the sad trombone? Yeah, she's going to be coming on next week, and we're going to probably be talking about concerts because we've been to a fair amount of concerts together and have had some very interesting experiences at concerts. So we will be discussing that next week, but I just want to jump in. I want to jump in right now. Let's get it going because I have a laundry list. I have a laundry list of things that need to be said right now. Let me go to the peculiar cast notes. I did have a different name for this podcast because my original idea was to call it Unwind Time because my radio show is called Unwind Radio because I like to unwind on Fridays and have it, Friday's the day you start the weekend and you unwind, and whether that's unwind to be unhinged later in the day or it's unwind to do absolutely nothing. If you're me and are an introvert to the max, you're staying in, you're doing self-care, you're doing your silly little internet things. That's what I usually do on Friday nights. And I feel like that's not typical for a college student, but I don't really give a fuck. I used to feel guilty about not going out and not doing things, but I'm someone who doesn't get joy out of being in crowded rooms. La 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 la. Oh, okay, next week I'm seeing Briston Maroney in concert. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to my first concert of the year, and it's to see Briston Maroney, and I'm gonna have such a good time. I'm so ready. I cannot wait. I'm kicking my feet like a little girl. I'm journaling on the ground and I'm going, I'm so excited. That was me this morning because I woke up, instead of going to the gym, I journaled because I did not wake up in time to go to the gym and then go to class. So I booked a yoga class for later because I still want to move my body. I still want exercise. And I haven't done hot yoga in like 2 months. And I have class pass. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I do want to preface that I'm on brain itch mode this week. There's music that is just like itching. I need something to itch my brain. And the music that I've been listening to is all over the place. I've been struggling with like organizing my Spotify. I spend a fair amount of time on Spotify each week, just creating playlists and organizing them and deleting playlists, deleting songs, getting stuff done. But recently I have not been able to categorize my music in the way that I want to. My brain has just been everywhere with that. I attest that to listening to music that like I'm just like I needed to scratch my brain. Last week or the week before, I was on a Fred Again kick for some reason. I don't know why. Fred Again's like a DJ and makes very Zane Lowe, the interviewer for Apple Music, he described it as like there's a very thin line between real life and music with Fred Again, and I feel like you really feel that. And I feel like you really experience that when you're listening to Fred Again. So I was on a Fred Again kick last week, but I kind of got out of that phase really quick, in and out. One song that I've been listening to, I'm gonna get into my music of the week. Songs of the week, music of the week, you name it, I have it. Flaunt It / Cheap by Ray Shremmerd. It's a bop. And it's been out since, like, the beginning or maybe the middle of summer. I was just not on my hip hop and rap shit last summer. I was listening to a lot of, like, alternative rock and indie rock like I was in a hole. To be completely honest, I was in a hole during the summer, and I was just listening to, like, half depressing music. I was not having the summer that I could have had last year. That's gonna change this year. I love listening to just, like, songs of the summer. The summer before last, I was into vibey stuff, Anderson .Paak, stuff like that. But yeah, Flaunt It / Cheap by Ray Shremmerd. There's a beat switch in it, and it's so awesome. It makes me feel like I could just dance in my room for the rest of my life. I listen to it when I'm walking to class, and it's just a bop. It's a vibe. I love it so much. Ray Shremmerd is always, like, if I were to go to a club ever, which again, I don't really go out, but if I'm at a club, I want to hear Ray Shremmerd. Is that how you say it? Shremmerd? Shremmerd? Like, it's drummers spelled backwards. I think it's that. I don't care. Moving on. Paramore is on my radar. Paramore's on my radar. Let me explain, okay? I know that Paramore can get a little bit chuggy at times, and I don't know if it's just, like, I've made that up in my brain that I think it's chuggy, and I'm embarrassed to say that I like Paramore, but there's a few songs that have just had me in a chokehold recently. First, Still Into You. I know it's their most popular song, but I haven't listened to it in a few years, and I've just had it on repeat, and it's so good to scream in the car. I have it on my, like, song singing playlist. It's called Immaculate Shower, because I like having it. I like to play it when I'm in the shower and nobody's home, and I can belt every single word to every single song that's on there. My computer keeps shutting off, and I think it's gonna die while I'm podcasting, because I didn't charge it last night because I was listening to Brooke and Connor until about 1 a.m. Moving on. I'm also screaming in this podcast room right now, but nobody can hear me. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting out of my shell with Paramore, because I just used to be so anti-Paramore, and I don't know why. I think I thought it was too punky for me. There's a few songs that they have that cater more to the type of music I listen to, like indie and alternative rock. Yeah, Still Into You. I'm listening to let me look at what I have. I do have quite a few songs by Paramore in my likes right now. They just released the cover of Burning Down the House by Talking Heads, because there's an A24 album coming out. They're one of the first releases on that. Beautiful, beautiful rendition of Burning Down the House. I think that this album's going to do justice to David Byrne and the band members, but it's a tribute album, and I'm so pumped to hear it, and also really excited for the music videos. I'm a music video girl when it comes down to it. I grew up watching music videos. I think a lot of Gen Z people, like, grew up watching the music videos to everything, and that's how we got our music content in the beginning, and then we started kind of moving into, I feel like it was, like, CDs, and then, like, MTV to YouTube, and then kind of to, like, Apple Music and Spotify. Can Siri not interrupt me right now? Get off my screen! Get off! Get off! She's triggering me. God damn. Moving on. Next song is Where's the Thunder by Poolside. I can't really wait, hold the fucking phone. Hold the phone. I was just talking about Paramore, and then I completely just went on to the next thing. Damn. Caught in the Middle on their album After Laughter. That's a really great song that I love. And then Sanity I've been listening to, which is on the reiteration of This Is Why, the album that they just won the Grammy for. Sanity's a great song, and it's very relatable to how I've felt in the past. So I've been listening to that on repeat for quite some time. Yeah, Where's the Thunder by Poolside is next on my listening. I can't recall what it sounds like right now, but it's definitely on my currently listening playlist. I think my current listening, called I Brought You This, is my, like, current recent songs that are on repeat. An artist that I've discovered recently, I didn't find them first, but I've discovered them in my personal life. Atticus Walker. I was looking through Atticus Walker's Spotify, and then there's like the little description that pops up. He's self-described as a melodic yeller, and he's pitchy in a really good way. I really like when an artist has a unique sounding voice. It's important for people, in my opinion, to have that unique sound, because having a copy and paste of every single artist, I'm not someone who makes music, but if you want yourself to stand out when you're starting out music and get traction and gain popularity, I think it's important to have a unique sound or a unique sounding voice or a unique way to produce your music, or else it's just boring. Like, I don't want to. There's a lot of indie and alternative songs that just sound exactly the same, copy and paste. Maybe the artist has a different sounding voice, but it's not anything unique. And the way that Atticus Walker stands out is that he's very pitchy, and his range kind of conveys his emotions when he's singing, and I think it's really cool. I recently added that to a playlist as well. But his high-pitched yelling just like, it sounds like he has passion for what he's singing about, and I'm obsessed with him. I don't love all of his music, but I do love a few of his songs. Lady Loveless is one of them, and then Old Enough to Know is another one that I've been listening to. If you like the French Cassette and you like Axe and the Hatchet Men, Duncan Fellows, Racoma, or Husbands, he's kind of in that genre. If you like listening to more like folky indie music, I wouldn't say it's completely folky, but it has the instrumentals for indie folk adjacent music. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to recently. I could pull up a little bit more of what I've been listening to. Oh my god, my aunt just texted me. This woman is a saint. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Gonna keep going out, call me a quitter. I'm caught in the middle. I've been recording for 22 minutes and I haven't said nothing. ASMR, I have not said anything during this entire podcast, and I'm so sorry. I also sound like I have a lisp today, but I think it's because I don't have water with me. Because I'm not allowed to drink anything in this podcast studio. So if I get cotton mouth, it's not my fault. Yeah, everything else is pretty much are like newer in my listening, so I haven't been able to listen to them on repeat. It is New Music Friday, so I'm sure I'll have some good songs next week as well. Oh, Barbie Dreams has come back up on my recently played by Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Barbie Dreams by Nicki Minaj. I used to know every single word to the song when it came out, and I still do. That's my special talent, is like find a Nicki song, I can probably rap it like an older Nicki song. Let me paint you a picture. I used to sit in my room on my floor and just Google the lyrics to any Nicki Minaj song and then play it on repeat until I got all the lyrics down. I still would do that. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to be learning every single Nicki song. Let me get water because I'm choking. Water has been consumed. The way I'm sitting in my chair is Scoliosisville, USA. My back hurts so bad all the time. So, new releases. It's New Music Friday. I've been following articles on Pitchfork to see what new releases are on the horizon. And I'm so excited to talk about all of these. I've already listened. Declan McKenna, What Happened to the Beach, came out today, midnight. I woke up, first thing that I popped into my ears. I'm so happy with this album. His last album, I'm pretty sure his last album was Zeros, released in 2020. I don't know him, but I know there's something going on with that man. My friend and I saw him in concert twice, and then my friend from Seattle, Tess. Hi, Tess, if you're listening. Eat a butt. Eat a butt. Eat a butt. I don't know if she's listening, and I don't care if she is. She probably not. Because she's my op. But after she saw Declan, she texted me and was like, he's a little jumping bean. And that's kind of just what he's like on stage, wearing a unitard and jumping around like a little jumping bean. I'll talk about that concert as well next week. I didn't see him with my sister, so maybe we won't touch on it as much. Maybe it's worth mentioning now. I saw him, he was great, but yeah, his last album was Zeros, and he's been on the Zeros tour for a while because of COVID, and he wasn't able to perform, obviously. So I thought he released another album in between then and now, but I guess it was just his song My House and a few other singles that he released. What Happened to the Beach is the album he just released today. My favorite song he already released right now is Mulholland's Dinner and Wine. And another one that I really liked this morning was The Phantom Buzz Kick In. I can hear a lot of influence from Wings, like Paul McCartney Wings. Just a lot of that. And he did a cover of Slipping Through My Fingers by ABBA. Gorgeous. Gorgeous song. He did the song just as much justice as I wished he would. So that's exciting. Yeah, I think Zeros, it was lacking that Declan McKenna like acoustic guitar feeling. It was more like my brain feels like it's on fire, and sometimes I do need that. I do need an album that's going to distract me like that and make my brain feel like it is in flames. But I do think What Happened to the Beach is more of an ode to What Do You Think About the Car? More of a Declan McKenna sounding album this time around, and I'm happy with it. So if you do have the chance, please go listen to What Happened to the Beach. It's not that long either. I went through it pretty quickly this morning, I guess because I skipped the songs that I've already heard from the singles. It's pretty good. Pretty Declan McKenna sounding. I don't really know how to explain it other than like a mix of Paul McCartney and Wings. And then if you've heard Joe, DJO, Joe Keery, that's his alias that he uses for his music. And it's kind of a mix between Wings and Joe. But it's also it's a Declan McKenna album, period. Like, you can't really compare him to anyone else. Yeah, if you're into indie music, indie alternative music, I highly recommend this album. Next up, we have McGee, MK.GEE is the name of the artist. I started listening to McGee in probably 2018, 2019. Darker music, I'd say. Darker, but still vibey. He just released Two Star and the Dream Police. I have yet to listen to it, but I've heard really good things about it, and the producers on it, oh my god! Oh my god! Dijon is a producer on this. I love Dijon. If you've ever heard The Dress by Dijon, that's who I'm talking about. Also, Skin. Those are his most popular songs. Yeah, so I'm gonna go listen to that probably on my walk home before I head to work. I have to teach yoga today at 3:30. I didn't mention that. I teach yoga. Hi, I teach yoga. Oh my god, I teach yoga. I'm just so like chill and cool like that. I have that at 3:30 and it's currently 1:50 p.m. It's 1:50 p.m. I don't know what I'm talking about. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? McGee is I'm sorry. Am I pronouncing it wrong? McGee. I don't know. I've heard him say on an album. I know Are You Looking Up is a song that's on this album. That was a single. The music video, the live music video, it's him like on a train and leaning back out of the train doors, playing the guitar with his hair flowing in the wind. I cried. I sobbed, I cried, and it felt really good. It's very plucky. The song's very guitar plucky. Very soft vocals too. Very soft vocals. His most popular song is called You. You play it. Because who am I to say that I'm going to get copywritten? There's the vibe for that if you're into indie music like that. Just sick and vibey, and probably like if you pop a garden gummy before you listen to Mickey Gee, I highly recommend. I'm probably going to do that later, pop a garden gummy and listen to some music on repeat tonight. Because who cares? Next week, this isn't released now, but I will talk about it next week actually, it's perfect to talk about it with my sister because we've seen this band twice in concert together. Wallows is coming out with a new song, and their album's coming this Their album's coming out probably. I'm gonna guess June. My guess is June because they're releasing their new single in February, and then I think like maybe even earlier, maybe April. I don't know. But I'm. You're never gonna hear the end of it from me. Wallows is my absolute favorite band, and I'm not gonna lie. I was slightly disappointed by their last album. I know, sue me, but you know what? When you're talking about your favorite artists, it's important to acknowledge that they're gonna have music that sucks sometimes, but it doesn't make me love them any less because I love their other music. My favorite album of all time is Nothing Happens, and I love that album head to toe minus the last song on there because it's really depressing and I don't really know who came up with that song. I would die for them, each of them individually, even though I did meet them and had a weird experience. I'll talk about that next week. I'm excited for this new album. If this song sucks, though, if My Apartment by Wallows, that comes out next week on February 16th, if it sucks, I did not say anything, and I will move on with my life and wear the dunce cap. Wait, okay, can we dunce caps? Why public humiliation was such a huge thing in like the 1800s? They're like, you're gonna sit in the corner, you're gonna wear a cap, and I'm gonna write in big, fat, black letters, dunce. Cause you're fucking stupid. Dumb idiot, go sit in the corner. I'm gonna start making miniature dunce caps for my friends and make them wear them all the time. Just roll up a piece of paper, write dunce on them, and make them walk around when they do something stupid. I'm gonna scream for a second, so cover your ears. Lana by SZA needs to come out. There was a snippet, okay, she performed Saturn at the Grammys for MasterCard. Of course she's doing a brand deal with MasterCard. Let her get her coin. Let SZA get her coin. She deserves every single penny that she's scooping up. That woman is a patron saint for the music industry. When Lana comes out, I will not be the same person ever again. But we got a snippet of Saturn and I could cry. I could pass away. You can dig me up, put me in a grave, and slap Barry Keoghan on top of it if you want to. Okay? I don't want to hear anything else but Lana when it comes out. So I will be on a strictly Lana kick when she releases it. And I don't know if she will soon. I don't know if she will. I think this year she will. But SZA's unpredictable. Also, kind of adjacent to SZA, I didn't know that Rihanna had been talking about releasing R9. Okay. What? She just loves to tease everyone, tease all of her fans, and then just not do anything. And it's not like she doesn't owe us anything. No. She's my Pisces queen, first of all. She does not owe me anything. I have enough Rihanna music to last me a lifetime. So if she never releases another album, I can't blame her. She has everything she'll ever need. She has multiple platinum records. She's engaged, married, dating. I don't keep up with that. A$AP Rocky? Yeah. A$AP Rocky, the man with the nicest teeth on planet Earth, and I would just love to stare at him. Like, I don't even know. If A$AP Rocky was in front of me, quicksand would start to create around me and I'd start sinking into the ground. It would come out of nowhere. Quicksand would come out of nowhere and the earth would be like, nah, it's your time. Like, you're gonna be able to look at him for the time being that you're up above ground, but you're getting swallowed by Earth's crust and you're gonna die. So, never put me in a room with A$AP Rocky, because something bad will happen. And then there's just an announcement of Casey Musgraves. Her new album, Deeper Well, is coming out in about a month, March 15th. Her new song, Deeper Well, the first single on the album, not really sure if I love it. The lyrics are very literal, and they tell a story about how she doesn't smoke weed anymore in the morning, and she's clean, and she's having a new revelation. I love Casey Musgraves. Don't really listen to a lot of country music, but she's kind of the line for me of country, because I do listen to folk music sometimes, but Casey's more country in some aspects, pop country, I guess you could argue. And that's the extent I will go with country music for the most part, with the exception of like Taylor Swift's old music and stuff. And I don't know, the song just didn't do it for me. So, womp 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 womp. What's the womp 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 womp? Casey Musgrave's new song didn't really do it for me. I'm having too much fun with the soundboard. Okay, one more new release. It's not coming out yet. But another announcement, another album that was announced, Vampire Weekend. I love Vampire Weekend. They have such a unique sound and such great upbeat music, and I'm excited for this. It's called Only God Was Above Us. Super excited for that. Vampire Weekend really never disappoints. Every single song, banger. Banger, or I just want to chill and listen to it all day. So, pretty pumped for that. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. I have some music pop culture as well that I'd like to touch on. Briston Maroney, I'm seeing him in concert. I'm gonna keep saying that. Hey, I'm seeing Briston Maroney in concert. Just to let you know. Hey, I'm seeing him in concert, and I will probably pass away. Briston Maroney, he has a new song called "I Told You So." If you didn't know, he's dating the artist Samia. They just moved to LA together. Samia. Samia. She has a beautiful voice. So melodic. I love her lyrics. They're very real. They talk about just her life experiences and a lot of other cool stuff. So this song is about her. And the cover was photographed by Cole Preston's girlfriend. Cole Preston is the drummer for Wallows. And the cover was shot by his girlfriend. So the cover of this new single by Briston Maroney was shot by his girlfriend because she's a photographer. And the fact that that's linked together, so Wallows and Briston linked together, sent me into a frenzy because I'm like, okay, what if they talked? What if they're gonna go make a song together? What if they're producing music together? And I just went on a whole spiral, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Who can blame me for fantasizing about that? You can't. You can't. I guess we can recap. We can recap the Grammys. I didn't watch the Grammys because it's rigged every single year, and guess who won more Grammys this year? Taylor fucking Swift. Taylor Swift won more Grammys. I'm more excited about SZA winning a Grammy for Snooze. I'm so happy for her. Again, she deserves every single award, every single recognition, and ounce of attention that she could ever get. Okay? Don't argue with me on that. She's a goddess. Miley Cyrus, her performance. Yeah, yell at the crowd. Please yell at the crowd for not singing along with you. Everyone knows Flowers, okay? It was the song of the summer. Her album was the album of the fucking, like, okay, best record. She won best record for, what was her album called? Was it Flowers? Riley just waits on, oh, sorry. Endless Summer Vacation. Yeah, period. Endless Summer Vacation. I have nothing else to really say about that, but Miley winning her first Grammy, I did not know that was her first Grammy. Where the hell has the music industry been? Have you heard See You Again? Have you heard See You Again? I can't wait to see you again. And then Younger Now, that album needs more recognition. Plastic Hearts, she didn't win a Grammy for because the music industry fucking hated her. Yeah. Give that woman all the awards. Make them for her. Give Miley her own award show. Yeah. Give Miley her own award show. Boy Genius won a Grammy. Woo! Yeah, Boy Genius! Woo! Paramore. And, I don't know how to say her name, but it's Laufey. Laufey. I believe she's an Icelandic singer. I don't know if that's right. She's from some foreign country. Don't come for me. I don't know where she's from, but she's really cool. So, if you like bossa nova and music kind of like bossa nova, I recommend Laufey. Laufey. I don't know how to say her name. Guys, I cannot be allowed to watch Dominic Fike. I cannot be allowed to consume anything by Dominic Fike anymore. It might tank my grades. My sister and I were texting the other day, and I sent her this TikTok of Dominic Fike. He's performing Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I watched it for the first time before class. Could not function for the rest of the day. It was playing on a loop in my brain. He looks so hot. He is my tier 0.5 celebrity crush. Crippling. Absolutely, I can't look at him without wanting to burst into flames. If you don't know what the tier system is, Brooke Averick, part of Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast, she has this celebrity tier system. Tier 1 is like your insufferable. Tier 1 is like your most, like, you cannot even look at your celebrity crush. If you were in a room with them, you'd probably pass away, and then it kind of goes down from there. But tier 0.5 is like, if I even see them in public from afar, I will combust and never be able to speak. I will cease to exist, put me in a mental hospital. And that is what Dominic Fike is with me. I saw him in concert, and I've been a changed woman ever since. Have you seen that man perform? Have you seen that man perform? Have you seen that man mixing his own music up on stage? Have you seen him jump around in his aura, his presence, his stage presence? I can't even, it makes me sick talking about him. I watched this video of him singing Can't Stop before I went to screenwriting class and could not function for the rest of class. I almost excused myself because it is intoxicating to watch him do what he does. I want to marry that man, but I also never want to see him in my life at the same time. Whatever. Brittany Broski has talked about him in the beginning of her podcast, and ever since she started talking about Dominic Fike, like, she doesn't talk about him anymore, but when she did talk about Dominic Fike, I've been obsessed with her podcast. I religiously, even though I have work to do on Tuesday mornings, without a doubt, I will go to the library after class, watch the Broski Report, do absolutely nothing, like it is my job. I'm like, oh, it's time to talk with Brittany. It's time to talk with Brittany for an hour. And I do that without a doubt every single time. I don't have anything else to really talk about today. I'm just kind of chilling. I gotta go to work. I gotta eat lunch. I'm so excited for lunch, actually. I'm gonna find more music this week and maybe organize my Spotify, edit this podcast, go to a coffee shop, do my little damn thing. But this was the first episode of the Peculiar Cast. This is probably what you can expect every single week, just me talking into a void. I'm excited to have my sister on as a guest next week because I can bounce off of someone, and I feel like it's easier to do that than just staring at a blank gray wall in this studio, which I love, but I can't wait to talk about concerts because I've been to a fair amount. They give me livelihood at the end of the day. Whenever I have a concert to go to, I'm like jittery and excited and can't stop thinking about it for a week. So yeah, the Briston Maroney concert's really gonna hinder my learning and my work ethic this week, but I'm excited. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Peculiar Pod. You can expect updates and music I've been listening to throughout the week, because maybe I won't touch base about like a lot of music that I've been listening to, but there are songs that I just cycle through each week, and I often post them on my main private Instagram, but I want to be able to share with the public, the people that listen to this podcast, what I want to listen to. I want to give recommendations to people. I hate when other people gatekeep music. The artist put it out for a reason, so everyone should be able to enjoy it, and that's what I'm here for, to be a medium for people who want to listen to new music or just hear me talk for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, you're here listening to me, so that's pretty cool. That's all I have for today. Again, follow me on the Peculiar Pod. I also have Spotify if you want to look at my playlists and what I've been listening to throughout the week, or just older playlists that I have. It's Maya G as in giraffe, so Maya G Mirsky, Mirsky, all one word, on Spotify. I really appreciate whoever's listening right now. I'm exhausted now and need to go be silent, so I'll see you next week when we have my sister on the podcast. Okay, bye.